Hello, welcome back. It's time for another episode of BigDenoPlays Frosthaven. It's exciting times. We're on episode, wait for it, I've written this down now, episode 13, lucky 13, using our wonderful Geminate and Deathwalker, who we're ready to retire, and looking forward to that happening. And we're going to try and bring together the Algox clans together as one. And to do that, we have two scenarios that we need to conclude before one final scenario. So the first one we're going to do is Dead Pass. We've leveled up our two characters in the last little while, so Jemmy is probably not going to level up. We need 19 experience, so no, we need 29 experience, so unlikely. Death, however, only needs 13, so Death is probably going to level up if we succeed, which is awesome. And Jemmy needs one check mark to get a level up as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are we one short on here? Let's just check this now. So start at level 1. Oh yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. So pretty sure this one will be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Good. We've got no buildings to build. We need a prosperity. So to get a building available, we need to get a prosperity. So I think we need to level up our, well, we need to do our characters or something. I don't think characters generate prosperity when they level up. So anyway, selected a scenario. Let's resolve a road event. And we're on the winter. Winter times. Winter road event 02. An ice sculpture of a hooded archer stands in a clearing between the trees. The sculpture's bow is drawn and she is affixed mid-jump, turning to fire a notched arrow at an unseen adversary. You take a closer look and marvel at the lifelike quality of the carving. If you didn't know better, you'd even say the archer looks afraid. The snap of a twig draws your attention to an old Valrath woman standing feebly before you. She wears a rope with dangling icicles as a necklace. She looks displeased in her interest in her sculpture and points her cane back the way you came. And then you hear it. Help me, the faintest possible voice coming from the sculpture. The Valrath grips her cane. This is a witch, and it is your duty to cut her down or demand she explain herself. What an interesting choice. Well, cut her down. Cut down the witch. Do we have intimidating? I don't think we have intimidating anyway, so. Brittle and curse. Ah well, we didn't have any choice. That was going to happen either way. Brittle and curse. What a punishing start. We've set up the scenario. It looks awesome. Let's deal ourselves some battle goals, and then we'll read the story. All right, so we just remember we want Jemmy to have one check mark because that is achievable. Become exhausted before any other color. Kill the first enemy. That's in our control, so we'll take opener. Bully. Never collect a token from end of 10 looting. Yeah, and aesthetic. I like those two. All right. Should have probably shuffled that one in, but I'm not getting it, so fine. And we'll shuffle these in. Good game. Good game. I think the thing, so I'm going to go into story time now, which I don't normally do unless I'm on a stream, but I think there's a thing that happens with humankind or human nature when we get something that we absolutely love, right? And Gloomhaven is a great example of that. The board game community just absolutely loved Gloomhaven. And when there's a sequel to that, the build-up that people give it, the hype that people give it, it will never be matched. It doesn't matter how good it is, it will never match the original feeling. And that's because that feeling comes from a sense of amazement and wonder at the unexpected. And there's a TV show that I remember watching which is called Stranger Things. And I'm sure many of you have watched Stranger Things. And the first season just came out of nowhere. It was just this incredible smash hit that was just so unexpected. And the second season was not received as well. And I don't think it would ever have been received as well because the first season was so good and it was so unexpected. And I feel like a lot of people's perspectives on Frosthaven maybe fall into that same category. It was never going to be as good as Gloomhaven because it was never going to capture that sense of wonder and excitement and freshness that Gloomhaven had. Over time, what's happened is most people look back on second season of Stranger Things or, Empire Strikes Back is another great example, and realise that it's actually, very, very strong, potentially stronger in some cases, Empire Strikes Back, for example. But I think Frosthaven is a fantastic game that's got a lot of improvements and iterations over Frosthaven. Have those improvements taken away some of the magic of the game? One of the things that, a few people I've observed reading have said, things that were busted in the original Gloomhaven were part of the charm, the slightly, the characters that were a little bit overtuned, etc., etc. It just made for the game a little bit of its charm. So everything feels a little more balanced, which maybe just slightly is a little disappointing. But anyway, I'm enjoying it a lot, put it that way. Don't know where that rant came from. We need to harvest 20 snows from this dead pass, and we add 2 -1 cards to our attack modified deck, which you would have seen me do for Jemmy, not seen me do for Daryl the Deathwalker. The Dead Pass is hardly an encouraging name, and yet this is where Snowspeaker, Emissary Gurndel, has led you, certain at the end of it you will find the new snow. In ages past, when there were disputes among the Snowspeakers about the word of Gerryu, we would come here. The snow that falls here comes straight from Geryu's mouth. There is nothing more pure. The trail itself extends from the top of a crumbling saddle in the Copperneck Mountains, a narrow valley so thoroughly choked by immense boulders and great piles of debris that the word pass in the name must be a joke. Travel through this range would be impossible. The air is colder than you expected. Steady gusts of wind push you backward, almost as if trying to send you away. It's a warning to the lost or the foolish who wander here, and yet you persist. You move deep into the valley, and the high walls cut off the sun. It is a forbidding place, suffused with an air so malevolent that even the Algox elder at your side looks warily back and forth. The valley will simply not let us pass. You watch the precipice high above, growing paranoid that something will drop from the great height, but it is the ground you should have been watching. Moving with a rigid ancient stiffness, several half-buried bodies suddenly shift in the shadows and pry themselves loose from shallow earthen beds. Undead guards and worse lurch from the hard ground and stony walls, dirt and rock puffing away as their frozen limbs animate once more. So long have we neglected this place, the Algoc acknowledged grimly. The new snow lies at the end of this path, but no fiend can touch it. We're much worse. We must work carefully and pray the darkness does not close on us. I've set up the scenario. I've set this up. This here means we need to have a sled, which we do. So, all shuffled. We'll go ranged opening. I think we'll put up our short rest card because that's been quite powerful. And maybe into my embrace. I need those guys to move first though. We can't afford to play 2 lost cards. Yeah, we'll go Smouldering Hatred at 38. So 38. Over here, we'll place our hex thing. We'll use deadbolt. So 88 and 38. Now, death, have we leveled up to level 4? Yes, we just want to give her an extra health because of the t-shirt that she's wearing. Jemmy, level 4. We are on... we're just dropping the difficulty down to scenario level 3. Scenario level 2. So 2 is what it should actually be at. And here's the showdown board. 88, 38. Draw! Shrike Fiend, doing nothing. Alright, so I guess Jemmy's just doing nothing this turn. Putting up the short rest, generating sunlight. And this guy's jumping 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and ends up attacking no one. And so now death goes. We'll place a shadow in a hex within range 2, and then we'll attack with deadbolt. It's a -1. So that burrowing blade takes no damage. What an absolute spud. I've literally got one of those in the deck. But there is now some opportunities. Fluid Knight. We're waiting for tonight. Whoa. Let's teleport. And this one, move 4, and then come into my embrace, Shrike Fiends. Next round, Jemmy coming in at 76, death 24. Draw! Ooh. Darken the skies, Shrike Fiends. They're immune to muddle, poison, and wound. Interesting. So death, what's the range going to be there, Deno? Range 3, targets 3, moving 1, 1, 2, 3. So Jemmy's going to use her teleport to move to here. And then she's going to use Fluid Knight. That'll gain her an experience. It'll generate Knight. She's going to flip her Stamina Potion to bring that card back into hand. And it's going to be an attack 5, which is still 5, so that does 3 damage to the Burrowing Blade. 1, 2, 3. And that is it for her. Do we flip advantage on that? That's quite annoying, that first one. We've got so many +1s in this deck, and we get a 0 and a -1. Annoying. Alright, death's done. So the Shrike Fiend's moving 1, not getting any range to attack. The Burrowing Blade, it's not going to move. It's just going to attack It hits us for 3 damage. 1, 2, 3, and puts up a wound. Jemmy. Now we've really got to decide if we, because right now we have got our heal. So if we use Into the Embrace, we're not going to be able to heal Death, which is, she's got no self-heals. We need to get rid of that wound pretty quickly. So I think what we're going to do is instead move 4 to here and then attack that Shrike Fiend using this 2 basic attack. 1, 2, 3, 4 kills the Shrike Fiend. Not bad. And now, unfortunately, we have to do that. So, Shadow's gone. Why did I remove the knight? He's played this a lot here. Move 3. Yep. Next round. The Burrowing Blade is defeated. That is there. So Death, we're going to go at 32. Jemmy, we're going to go at 27. Draw. 23, hey? Oh, they're consuming Knight to shield 2. That is awful. Attack 1, targets 3, range 6, pull 2. Alright, so on Jemmy, first one does 1 damage, so 2 damage. And on, sorry, it's the other way around, yeah. So Jemmy will take another one. Okay. 1, oh. 1, 2, 3. Pull 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2. So that's going to be there. So Jemmy goes next. We're going to heal Death for 1, 2, 3, and remove the wound. And then we're going to gain advantage on our attacks, poison ourselves, and change into melee form. We did succeed in killing the first enemy to die using Opener. Well done, Jemmy. And she is going to attack and curse Shrike Fiend number 1. And her attack does a 0, which is 3 damage. The Shrike Fiends have no... 1, 2, 3. No armor. And then we'll move 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Marked the wrong one. 40, 14. Yep. So we're going to go 14 and 96 in the next round. 96. Draw! 10? These guys are idiots. To attack range 5. They're not moving though. I do not enjoy that at all. Range 5. These guys suck. Alright, so we'll do the attack on Death, the first one, misses, thank you. And on Jemmy, does 2 damage. The next attack is on Death, 2 damage. And on Jemmy has disadvantage. Pretty good turn of events, actually. All right, so Jemmy's not going to bother with that. We might as well move 2. So we'll attack 2, attack 2. So the first one is attack 4 and brittle ourselves. Oh, we're supposed to be brittled, aren't we? I'll just pop an extra couple of wounds on because I think our first attack was only attack 1. That seems fine. So that's 4 damage to this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're now brittle, which we can ignore. We won't ignore. And convert any element into any element. That kills that guy. Puts out a token. And we'll move onto that token with our movement, which does absolutely nothing. We're then going to heal. 1, 2, 3, and remove the brittle. Might shuffle our Cap of Premonition now. Actually, that's a waste. We won't do that. So we'll just grab a loot. Metal. And Death is going to loot and then put up Call to the Abyss so that we get extra stuff. And so she gets one. More metal. We'll go at 86 in the next round. I was just going to say, do we have an emissary in this one that we need to protect? Doesn't look like it. 86. What's our best non-loss attack here, Deno? All attacks this round targeting us gain disadvantage. No armor, immune to poison. So yeah, we'll use this drag down. So we'll go at 20 and 86. It's actually the other way around. 20, 86. Draw. 90. No range though, which is good. So Jemmy's going to use the drag down, which immobilizes. Actually, is that what we want to do? Because that changes our form, which ends us just 1 round early, I suppose. Move 1, shield 1. Yeah, we'll move 1, shield 1. And then we'll just attack, which does 2 damage. That's a normal attack. 1, 2. Death. We're going to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to attack 2, which does 3. 1, 2, 3. So this doofus is going to generate Knight. It's going to attack Jemmy for 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so now Jemmy's got 1 last attack, so we'll go at 17 and 72. And we'll go at 14. So we're aiming to finish this guy off and then have a long rest in sequence, which is a nice turn of events. 17, 14. As long as this guy doesn't go at speed 10 again. No. Fiendish charge. Strike Fiend. All right. So Death's just going to attack 2 and then place out a thing. So that does 2 damage. And we'll place out a thing in an adjacent hex, so we'll place that there. And then Jemmy is going to attack 2 on the bottom, which would generate poison. It does 1, and then an attack 2 on the top. So that does 4, kills that guy. That places another shadow, which we'll place here. Places that. And that's the end of our round. So we will now finish the round. Long rest for both. Next round. Long rest, long rest. And what mode would we like to be in? I think we'll go back to range mode so that we can heal. Which card do we want to lose? We've got those 2 in hand. Hornbeetle Carapace is probably what we're losing. Yep. So we've got 6 turns from those 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yep. Assuming we don't lose any wounds. Here we want to lose probably that one. Anger of the Dead. It's our fastest card though. Yep, no, we'll lose Anger of the Dead. All right. So we'll move 4. Deadbolt 88. And Jemmy, I think we just heal an ally at 27 and then move into the room 76. Open the door. All right. So Death 88, Jemmy 76. Go draw. Jemmy's going to move 1 onto this hex here. And then we're going to read 40.2. What is happening here? Special rules. At the start of each round, place 1 damage token in each A that is both empty and has all adjacent hexes unoccupied. We need to harvest 20? Is that right? 20 new snows have been harvested. Okay, I need to read this. Hang on a sec. Okay. For ease of my understanding, we've actually put these tokens out on the board. So at the start of each round, we place out new snows on those things. And then we can harvest them by foregoing a top action. So we'll have someone on harvesting duty, maybe. And we'll have someone on fucking crowd control. So let's open the door on this. We're going to add 2 new frozen corpses. 2 frozen corpses. 1, 2. And those are in position up the back, are they? No, they're on the sides here and here. So that's number 1 and 2. And then an elite Shrike Fiend, that's number 1. Shrike Fiends have become my least favourite monster, and that is that. Okay, so Jemmy, we are going to go into the room because no one gets into range of us. So we're going to go to here. Oh no, we have to go to there. Actually, we just did the heal first. That's easy. Heal first. And we can get into that position there. So 1, 2, 3. Done. So now Jemmy's done. So the freezing embrace, this guy moves 1, 2, and he can't do anything. This guy moves 1, 2, he can't do anything. This guy moves 1, 2, he can't do anything. And now Jemmy, I think we'll move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll use a deadbolt onto, who's going to be the most punishing? Probably the frozen corpses. Yep, frozen corpse. 3 damage on number 1. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So set the round counter to 1. So now we go on to the next round. At the start, set the round track to the first round. Okay, so we are going to spawn a burrowing blade. So the burrowing blade will be number 1. And where is he spawning? At B. So he's spawning up here. And then we're going to place out new snows. So we're actually going to use our little thing tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So to harvest those new snows, which is the goal of our scenario, we need to forego a top action to harvest all new snows in one adjacent. So we don't need to go straight away. Good. Okay. Good. So we get to play lost cards now. Or play a lost card. So Luminous Descent. Really should have played that instead of the other one. Heal for 4. Yes, into my embrace. Range 3 to 4. Advantage 36. And over here, so yeah, so now 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll move that and attack with that. So 24 and 36. Raw. Yes. Angry Cloud, you do nothing, you stupid Shrike Fiend. Well, he's got Retaliate 2 at range 3 for the rest of the turn, but we're not attacking him, so... Well, we were going to. And we can, because it's at range 4 that our attack is. Nice. Shrike Fiend's done. Death. Alright, so we're going to move this token 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. And we're going to attack with Fluid Knight, which is going to generate us an experience. It's an attack 5, and we're going to use our advantage on this attack. It's a great decision. Oh, it's a great decision because we execute this living corpse. We put a treasure there, and we then get to put that out somewhere else. We'll put that there. And that is the end of that. And we're now shuffling that deck. Good. We're not in range to use our white card, so we're fine there. Death is very good job. Jemmy, so we'll attack 3 on the Shrike Fiend. Which just does 2. 1, 2. Oh, we've got advantage, sorry. Oh, that'll do. 3, 4, 5. And we're changing form, and that Shrike is getting dragged. 1, 2. 1, 2. The frozen corpse will move into range and attack Jemmy. There is no frost. It's an attack 1. We've got advantage on that attack, or disadvantage rather. A null will be fine, thank you. We might use our Cup of Premonition too, actually. So top 4 from this deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Putting up a wound seems very nice indeed. Wound and 2 zeros, so we know what's coming. We're in attack mode now as well. So we put that up. That's fine. Oh yeah, and then the Burrowing Blade. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it, that's the turn. So we'll go on to the next round. We place more new snow. So I was thinking that we new snow did not get added if there was snow already on there, and I was like, this is going to take forever. But now, yeah, we just got to make sure no one walks on that, and in 5 turns, we can just walk to 4 of them and collect it. Going at 17 there. Shrike Fiends are immune to wound, yeah. There is Knight. Shrike Fiends are immune to muddle. So yeah, that's a good one. We'll do that. 34, so. Cool. All right, 34 for death. Jemmy coming in hot and heavy at 17. Let's go, Geminator. Nice. All right, so we're going to attack and apply poison to the frozen corpse. Actually, we're not going to do that. We know the first one is a wound. Yeah, we actually know what's coming. There's a +1 wound, and then there's a 0. So if we just do the top 2 attacks on that, that is actually going to go and kill that guy. Yep, so we'll just do the top attack. Oh, look, it's a +1 wound. 1, 2, 3, plus a wound. That guy died, by the way, from an execution. And then we go with a 0. Hey, look, he's dead. 1, 2. So he dies from wound at the start of his turn. So this one we can actually use as a move action if we want to. What's the... Yeah, he's been an absolute pest, isn't he? So if we move to there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's fine. So that's a better play for us to force the Burrowing Blade to come after us. Yep. Ooh, good plan. Good plan. So we're going to use Forceful Spirits now on death, absorbing the Knight, which generates us an experience point. And we will attack the Frozen Corpse. He dies. The Shrike Fiend, he takes 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so when he dies, that creates a shadow, which we'll put here. And then we'll teleport to a hex or adjacent to a thing, so we'll teleport to there. And that is good, so now all attacks targeting us gain disadvantage. That's it for the frozen corpse. It dies, places out a loot. So this stupid doofus, he's going to do his jump. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And so that's going to hit Jemmy. With an attack 1 wound. Puts up a wound. And does 1 damage. And then this buffhead's going to pull 2. All enemies within 3 suffer 2 damage. So Jemmy takes 1, 2. Death takes 1, 2. And that's it. Now, if any figure enters or any overlay tile, remove all snows from that hex. Unfortunately, we're going to get pulled 1, 2 to here. And this is going to go away. Which is a shame. Okay. So that's the end of that. We're going to the next round. We're adding 2 burrowing blades now. At what spaces? C and D. So D was actually in the first room, wasn't it? C is down here. Yeah, D's in the first room. What a doofus. All right. If we can kill that, it's 5 and 4. If we can kill that Shrike Fiend, I'll feel a lot better. Yeah, we'll go Fleeting Dusk. Move 3 Knight, I guess. Moving at 32, and then potentially it's time to... How many wounds you got left? 3. Okay, so yeah, we'll drop this lost card. And yeah, we'll change form. So 14 for Jemmy. 32 there. More new snow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exceptional. All right. Draw. Dive bombs, immobilize. Wow, those burrowing blades aren't moving, so that's quite relevant actually. Good. So Jemmy goes first, takes a wound from the wound. We are going to attack, generate an experience. Oh, we've actually got that in play too, so it's another experience. And it's an attack 5, and it's pierce onto that person. We know this is a 0. We'll actually put a poison vial on that guy as well. So this is effectively an attack 6 with pierce 1, and we know that's a 0, and we know he's got 5 wounds. So that kills that guy dead. And we'll go to there actually and loot that body. I play my flute when I loot that dead kid's body. Done. Changing form now. That was a lost card. Haven't played any other lost cards, have I? No. Cool. And so we're going to play our heal. We don't have our self-heal. Where's our self-heal? There. Alright, so we're actually going to short rest. I'm going to get rid of that to bring all those back into hand. We can switch forms, but we don't need to. We don't get the leather armor back, Deno. Yep, so that's fine. We're in range mode now, and that's good. And now we just, yeah, we're going to use a lost card here on death. Attack 3. It's enough to kill the Shrike Fiend, which is amazing. What we needed though. We lose that card, we generate an XP. And we could move 3. Place out a shadow. Have we collected fewer loot tokens than any other character? We can afford to go for that one. Corpse cap, mushroom. Great. So now the burrowing blades go. They attack no one. We go on to the next round. So we're placing some new snows. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're healing on self and we're healing on ally. So we'll go at 36. That's good. And then she will long rest. 99. 36. We should be safe. Move 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah, get out of here, you pests. So yeah, Jemmy takes a wound and is then going to self-heal for 4, which gains us an experience and will remove the wound. And that is a lost card. And then we're going to heal an ally for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is done. Good. Death heals. And we'll lose our sunless apparition. Okay, so now it's the next round. We're adding 2 frozen corpses, which are summoned at B and C, which is in this room. And the snows, once again, so there's now 5 snows on each thing. So all I need to do is harvest both of those and we're actually fine. Yeah, we're fine. So I think we probably just do that, don't we? We just harvest. It's 1 and 2. There's no night. So yeah, we'll just go at 86. We got 32. All right. 27, 32, draw. Moving 2, so they're irrelevant. Jumping 3, so that one is relevant. Attack 2 with wound, target 2. Okay. So Jemmy goes first. Jemmy's going to forgo the top action on that card to harvest these 5 new snows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 5, and then we're going to move to here and loot that body. So we're in position for next turn to do that. Oh, there should be snows here too, but that's fine. She will harvest these snows And so we're now at 10, and she will move onto this. So then this burrowing blade, jumping 3 to here, those new snows are gone. This burrowing blade, jumping to there, this guy moving 2, this guy moving 2. And so the burrowing blades both are putting an attack and generating earth. So burrowing blade number 4 on death hits for 1, and that does 3 damage plus a wound, 1, 2, 3. And on Jemmy, hits for 2 damage plus a wound, 1, 2, plus a wound. It's next round, so there is new snows, so that's fine. All we do, yeah, we literally just harvest those snows. So we'll send Jemmy over here to that with a move. We change form, so we'll do a jump 3. At 17, and then we've got 4 cards to discard. We'll actually play lost cards, I think. A lost jump. 34. And she will play move this hex thing, 3 damage, and then harvest at the top. Yep, and then we can just lose cards. So 24 and 34, I think will be absolutely fine. Draw. Yep, so that's fine. So we're going to take the top, and then we're going to move that onto him and do 3 damage to him. And she's got 5, or 6 rather, and then Jemmy will harvest the top and then jump for 4 to here, which will gain an experience and disarm. And that's it. The end of the round. We will do stuff, but those guys are moving nowhere. That guy is going to jump. We're taking 2 damage on both. We'll just, whatever. That's it. We successfully complete Dead Pass. When I read 20 snows, I was like, this can't fucking take forever. It did not take forever. 85.4. I assume. Dead Pass. They batter you, those undead things. They throw fists and wings and blackened bodies, unbidden by their own need for survival as they try to break you and corrupt the new snow. But they are too slow. Very true. The white powder accumulates on the ground, and before any of the infernal creatures can touch it, you sweep it into a jar and sprint the way back you came. Sprint back the way you came. The hike back is hard. The trail is no easier for having defeated so many of them, but the snow gives you some solace. It's tucked safely inside your pack, carrying with it the possibility of peace. In fact, you even begin to feel a swell of courage. It sings to you. She's grinning at something in your expression. You play it off as a passing thought, wiping the smile off your face, but you can still feel the steady energy coming from the snow, and you know Gurndal is right. She doesn't seem to mind your aloofness. Soon it will sing to all of us, and then our children will live without fear. Your remaining task is clear. You must take the new snow along with the shard of ancient ice back to the sacred clearing. Then you can combine them and hear this song the Algox elders speak of. Gain a morale. I think Living Glacier is not complete. So we gain a morale. We're already at 20. Gain 10 experience points each. So we're gaining 8 plus 4 is 12, 22 experience points. Uh, 22, 203. And 299, 219. Death's leveled up to level 5. What a lot of fun. All right, so successful scenario. So we'll run through the list, recover, blah, 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 gain experience, gain gold from loot cards. So let's have a look at our loot cards. So we gain 0 gold. Excellent. Resources though, so Jemmy's got 2 wood, 1 little dangly thing, and 2 metal, to go to 5 metal. And Death, 2 metal, and a mushroom. That's it. So perks, so the Death Walker got her perk, and more importantly, Jemmy got her perk. So she's leveling up, so she's getting another one, which will be this one. And also gaining 1, so we'll replace 1. Yeah. Place a -1 with a 0. Okay, let's return to Frosthaven and mark the passing of time. Done. We draw a winter outpost event. This one is number 3. You're enjoying a stiff drink when a fly drops into a liquid with a light plunk. You fish out the suicidal bug and are about to flick it on the floor when it musters the nerve to sting you, resulting in a reflexive snap. The injection point leaves a spiderweb of black ink tracing down your veins. The bug itself is no bug at all. It's a minuscule clockwork machine with a long brass stinger hanging off the end. You turn to share your discovery and are horrified to see tiny brass dots pinging against the window. It's an attack. Outside the glass, you can see a glittering cloud of metal against the snowfall. Whatever it has injected you with has left your arm dead weight, unable to draw your weapon. We will charge outside and warn the town. We're great people. Yep. All characters start the next scenario with 1 damage. It's only 4 attacks. All characters start the next scenario with poison. These guys suck. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So we'll do them in order: 05, 12, 84, 98. Now, the question for us to ask, it's 25 and our morale means that 25 is currently a pass on more than 75% of the deck. So do we use soldiers? Not on the mining camp, not on the hunting lodge, not on the workshop, but we will do it on the barracks. So, we fail, the mining camp is destroyed. The next one succeeds, the next one succeeds, and do we use a soldier on this last one? Yes. Well, irrelevant. So to repair and replace the soldier, we're going to have to use all of our gold. Gold has been hard to come by. And then we'll use 3 of these. We then gain 1 metal each, so that's fine. We'll just go 4. So we're starting the next scenario with poison and a damage. But we've repaired all of our damage buildings. We then can't afford to buy anything. We haven't got prosperity, so that means we can't do anything basically, and we can't build a building, so that's good. But we can level up the Death Walker into level 5. So her perk will be the curse one. And I think we selected this one for Jemmy. Cool. All right, so what are these cards doing for us? Dominate. Yeah, non-loss. How good is that? That's a very powerful ability, but we'll go dominate. Dominate! It will be so nice. And that's it. End of this episode. Hope you enjoyed. We've got no new stickers or anything, but the map's looking great. We've got our boat, we've got our climbing gear, we've got a statue in town. It's all happening. I'll catch you in the next episode where we're obviously going to be going and trying to get that crystal spike. I'll catch you then. Big Deno out.